Welcome to Cartoons Etc. I'm cartoonist A.F. Branco, and we're glad to have you, along with my co-host Jodan Gorman from Intellectual Frog Legs. It's Pride Month, I understand, so I've got my wearing my Pride flag. Oh, it's over here. Just so you know. Anyway, a big part of the show is, of course, is your comments. We like to read them live. So while you're getting those ready, I'm going to play this really neat song by Five Neat Guys.
From the neatest guys of the 50s, come back to life in a spectacular new album.
Who made the egg salad sandwiches?
50 of the neatest hits from 5 of the neatest guys. Yes, it's the 5 neat guys' neatest hits. Remember, let's have a party in my rec room.
Let's have a party in my rec room.
And on the same album,
I won't take just any girl around. 'Cause Patsy has the largest breasts in town.
yes, Patsy has the largest breasts in town. You'll also hear, should I kiss her goodnight? My mom framed my high school diploma, slow dance anyone, and she does it.
Does it, she does it. The whole town says she does it.
You'll also hear my dad's car, let's have a party in my rec room, who put the pennies in my loafers, and I'm the goof in the classroom.
I'm the goof in the classroom. And I don't mind if kids pick on me.
Yes, 50 of the world's neatest songs from 5 of the world's neatest guys. It's K-Tel's 5 Neat Guys' neatest hits.
I thoughts pulled my tie from my collar, so don't step on my clip-on tie.
It's 5 Neat Guys' neatest hits.
Just step around that clip-on tie.
Record $8.95, paper cassette $15.95.
Whoop, I took myself off. As you can tell, we don't have teleprompters here. And one man that doesn't need a teleprompter, especially for this show, is my good buddy, Jodan Gorman. I'm going to bring him on right now. Hey, Jodan Gorman.
I love that clip. I love that. The guys from SCTV.
Mm-hmm.
Don't step on my clip-on tie. And Patsy's got the biggest breasts in town.
Oh, my. Political incorrect. My
Yeah.
goodness,
Who made the egg salad sandwiches? Oh, yeah, they don't make them like that anymore. How's everybody doing?
Well, let's see. I'm going to check out the comments. Oh, we got comments coming in. All right, we got
Fancy
Squicky
and
says.
Jittery. Jittery needs more coffee. He's jittery. He's a jittery hobo.
South
We
Carolina
got
girl.
Squeaky. Squeaky says. Squeaky? Is that
Squeaky
Squeaky?
says, yeah, he
Squeaky or
commented-
Squeaky?
I don't know. I don't know what the proper pronunciation. I don't need a teleprompter. Yeah. We got Catman Jr., South Carolina girl, Solo Tango, a bunch of them over here. JP177.
We got I'm your boogeyman. That's who I am. I'm
Yeah.
your boogeyman. Boogeyman.
It's all.
You're cloudy. You're foggy.
Oh, I know. Here. Let me see if I'll change that. Yeah, it's probably the.
Well, your hand was clear. There you go. Welcome
Cleared it
back.
up. Hey, we got Fuzzy Slippers in the house. I haven't seen her for
Fuzzy
a while.
slippers.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while. She's from over there in the illegal insurrection, I believe. You're better without the drunk sidekick. Just saying. Okay. And then we have some girl named Amy Gorman. I don't know who that is.
I
I'm
don't
sure she's
either.
nice. I'm sure she's nice.
But she's got a good last name.
Yeah. Hey, Amy. Anyway, we usually get started with this past week's cartoons, talk about them a little bit and about the issues that are popped up. Plus, we have a sneak peek for Monday. So I will get to those right now. Anything else going on, Jodan? Any pet peeves you got squirreling around?
No, well, I tell you what, I'm excited about that. The governor of Louisiana signing that bill to put the Ten Commandments back in every school, that every
Yeah.
public school, from kindergarten all the way up to state-funded LSU, and
Mm-hmm.
they're throwing a fit, I mean, and
Oh
he's
yeah.
like, I can't wait for them to sue me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it gets back to what we were talking a couple of months back about that case in 1947, Everson versus Board of Education,
Mm-hmm.
and how that's where they changed our First Amendment without telling anybody. That's
Absolutely.
when, I mean, in 1947, they created the wall of separation, which fundamentally changed us they forced a secular government on us.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You look up the top news events of 1947. Didn't even make the news.
Yeah.
People would not have put up with that. In 1947? Oh,
No.
no way. But this, I mean, if we could overturn that, because it was such a horribly handled case. That they were trying to say what the Constitution says, but in
Right.
order to say what the Constitution said, they went and got a document that was written a couple of decades after the Constitution, and it was Jefferson's letter to the Danbury Baptist. Anyway, I think it's a wonderful opportunity. I hope they go that far. I
Well,
would like to see them go that far.
Well, they shoehorned in the exact thing that was supposed to protect religion in the Constitution. They shoehorned that in, twisted it around to take religion out of everything, and
Well, but look, and then look at everything that's happened. That was 76 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you look, they took prayer. That allowed them to take prayer out of school. That allowed them, and
Mm-hmm.
then in '73 they were able to make killing babies legal. And then
Right.
in the '90s they brought in the comprehensive sex education in our public
Right.
schools because they wanted to reduce the STDs. And
Mm.
now we have
Yeah. Even more.
genitalia month. Do
Even
weird
even
shit
more
with your.
STDs. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, and they
We
don't. Oh, my sister just wished me a happy birthday.
Is it your
Thank
birthday
you.
today?
No, not yet. It's in 2 days. But
Oh.
since we're not broadcasting, I accept gifts. I take cash, checks, chickens and pies too.
Yeah.
We're not too proud. But my baby sister, she's up there in New Hampshire right now. Glad to see you watching up there, sis.
Wow. All right, Amy.
Okay,
Well,
Squicky. It's
the
Squicky. Squicky taught us how to pronounce.
okay. How do we pronounce it?
Okay. Now we have the genderization here. Is Squicky a female or a male?
Yeah, we want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, but it's Squicky. Squicky says.
Right.
Well, thank you, Fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry Hobo's flinging a pie at me, so thanks for that.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. We've got a sneak peek of Monday's cartoon. Since you brought up the issue, I thought we'd give everybody a sneak peek of Monday's cartoon. This isn't out yet, so you guys get to see it first. So here we go. I have to hit the
Drum
right
roll,
button.
please.
Drum roll. I need a drum roll. All right. Let's check it out.
There you go. So that's
Yep.
Monday's. That's Monday's
Louisiana
cartoon.
Governor Jeff Landry to display 10 commandments in classrooms. And he says, sue me. The 10 commandments. And then you have the ACLU over here screaming about it.
They had their lawsuit ready. They've been.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All they had to do was just stamp it. Here we go.
Well, dust the cobwebs off of it from whenever and then stamp it, like you said. But that's
Wow.
but
Well,
that's
that's
the
it.
one.
That
Yeah.
nails it. That nails
Yeah.
it. Well, did you do any more cartoons this week? I know it's
Yes,
kind of
I
a
did.
slow week.
Yes, it was a slow week. I was kind of resting on my laurels. Not that I have any, but I was resting on them anyway. Let me pull it up
You were
here.
resting on somebody's laurels.
Yeah. Here we go.
Laurels and Hardy, maybe.
Laurels and Hardy, yeah.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. Bad joke. Okay, this is the first one of the week. I think this was
Well,
Monday's.
I got to put my glasses on.
Biden's economic policies, and hear a lot of talk about waiters and waitresses getting pinched. They're coming after blue collar, middle class, and they need to find some money. And they're, they know they can't battle the lawyers of the billionaires because they're too tight. And so they figure they're going to get the vulnerable waitresses and blue collar workers and a lot of the middle class and squeeze them. With those 80 some thousand IRS agents that Biden's trying to get through.
Yeah, they're going to be hanging out at Denny's, roughing up the waitress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
but isn't that awesome that Trump is not going to tax tips?
Yeah, he says no taxing of the tips. That would be great.
That should just seal the deal for him in Nevada.
Yeah, well, it'll spur the economy on. Is what I think.
It'll be awesome. They used to not.
The liberals never understand that. They never understand the less you tax something, the more of it you get. The less you tax it, the more money people have to give to the IRS, or they're not as likely to cheat. In fact, Reagan proved that. Trump proved that. I think even Bush at some point did that, to where revenue doubled under Reagan when he cut taxes. And see, so you know that the Democrats know this, but they don't care because it's their way of control.
Yeah, if they wanted growth, they would be doing the opposite they're doing on everything.
Yep.
Everything. But they don't want growth.
This is a cartoon I did for Alpha News. What was the last one? I keep forgetting. That was for my site, so it doesn't count. Anyway, this was for Alpha News out of Minnesota, which I do a cartoon every week for them on Sunday. And Feeding Our Future, there was a lot of fraud going on with that venture. And Governor Walz was just hiding. He's pretending he doesn't know about it. But a lot of this money here is going back into the Democrats. You
could interchange that Governor Walz with our Speaker of the House,
yep,
with Mitch McConnell,
right,
with so many traitorous Republicans.
Yep. Yes. And then this one here is Out with the Old. They're talking about, Obama ushering Biden off the stage because he just stood there frozen. And there's about 15 videos this week of him mumbling and stumbling and
they got that new term, cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes, yeah.
They will lie about everything.
Yeah.
They will, as we've said, that's all they do. They go sit in the closet by themselves and turn out the light and practice lying to themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. They're good at it. But more and more, it's nice to see that people aren't buying their garbage anymore.
No, people ain't buying it. Trump's going to get. He may end up with close to 100 million votes.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that. It'd be hard to beat Joe Biden's 81 million,
I think they're underestimating his spread in the polls because remember, when he won in 2016, he was behind in all the polls. So I wonder how far he is actually ahead. And I don't want to get overconfident because we've got to watch that. We got to fight like we're 20 points behind and keep moving forward.
But we have to know we can win. And as long as we keep fighting, we can win it.
Right.
They're
going to keep hollering about saving democracy, but look, here they are. They're trying to they're throwing defund police at us. They're censoring everybody. They're censoring trying to censor Breitbart, Gateway Pundit. They're suing all of them, trying to put them in jail for God knows what. All the conservative alternative media, they're going after them, going after everybody that supports Trump through lawfare. You have crime, wars, lawfare, two-tier justice, anti-Second Amendment, COVID-19 mandates, inflation, open borders, climate change agenda. And you got this doofus kind of standing over off to the side with the sippy cup and his bag of big guy money. And this guy says, we can't allow you to vote for who you want. Save democracy.
Oh yeah, and they've been talking about Donnie Douche and all those other ones are talking about how democracy is great except for the voters. But I've got another video I didn't tell you about, but it's right in line with them claiming that we're a democracy. CNN actually did a segment saying we're not a republic, that's just a right-wing conspiracy, that we really are a democracy. And that's the second. Oh my gosh. That's the second video up there. Yeah. Number 2.
Let me take this cartoon. This was the last cartoon anyway, so it kind of slides right into that. I'll take it down, remove it, and then we'll play the second video over. Right? Okay. Right here.
The United States of America is not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic.
The United States of America is not a democracy. You don't want to be in a democracy.
We are not a democracy. We are a republic.
Is America a democracy?
America is a democracy. It was founded as a democracy.
I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories. I hear a lot of things out on the road. But to hear Americans, people who would describe themselves as patriots, say that America is not a democracy, that stopped me in my tracks.
You are hearing people say America is not a democracy because there are people around Trump who want them to be saying that, who've been planting that narrative.
Is America a democracy?
Yes. No, I don't. I think well, not right now, but we're a republic.
What's the difference?
I feel like democracy. Let me think this through. That it's government control. I don't see freedom in democracy. I see freedom.
See, they go and ask dumb people. They find the dumbest person they can ask and try to make everybody like that. That's just such nonsense. But in a way, it's kind of refreshing having CNN's dumbass back in place.
Well, if you'd have asked me, if he'd have come up to me with stuck a microphone on my face, I would have said what I've said before, that it's 2 wolves and a sheep trying to decide what's for dinner. And basically, that's what it is. We're a representative constitutional republic.
Well, obviously, Ben Franklin didn't have CNN.
Yeah. This is
it's a republic if you can keep it.
That right there, what that guy did, what that segment is brainwashing. Total brainwashing, trying to get people to think that we're a democracy, and we're not a democracy. We're constitutional. That we have to have the constitutional protections against democracy, and they don't quite understand that. We've got lots of new comments coming in. Fuzzy Slippers. Do you think that the pendulum is swinging back, that Democrats have just pushed too much too soon? What do you think, Joe Dan? I think so.
I think it's going to swing back, and on the end of that pendulum is a hammer. Boom! And in fact, we got that kind of tees up. We got a really good video of our general, Steve Bannon. And I mean, it's pure fire. It is
Fancy
pure
said it
fire.
Right. Brainwashing and gaslighting and censorship. Absolutely. Okay, let's do this Steve Bannon one. So
y'all like this one? This is raw.
Like it, yeah.
He's damn scared because he understands the end is near. We will hunt you down and bring you back, and you will stand accountable before the American people.
We are at war! This is a crusade, a jihad, a holy war against the deep state and administrative state. You are the cadre that is going to inform this government. You're going to take over this government. You're going to take over the administrative state. Here's what Trump's going to do. Before he even has the parade, he's going to declassify everything. We're going to release all the assassination files on John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Bobby Kennedy, and I'm gonna throw in 2 more for bonus. The assassination attempt on George Wallace, so we covered everybody. And take the file on Jeffrey Epstein and see who murdered him under Bill Barr. We're gonna hit you with a blowtorch, okay? No more games. We're gonna hit you with a blowtorch.
We're gonna not just deconstruct it, we're gonna rip it apart. We're not just gonna change policy, we're gonna start by bottom-blowing personnel.
And for every person in there today, you've got time enough to come forward as a whistleblower. Talk about what happened to the children. Talk about what happened on the assassinations. Talk about taking the liberties of your fellow citizens. If you don't come forward by high noon on the 20th of January, you're guilty. You're guilty. You're nothing more than the Gestapo. You're nothing more than the SS, and you're guilty. Come forward now. We'll have an altar call. Come down here and tell us exactly what went on. Do it for your honor. Do it for the country. This is everything. You cannot relent. You cannot give up. Every day you must hammer, hammer, hammer. I can see the sunlit uplands 5 or 6 years out after toil and struggle and fight and victory after victory after victory. You put fear in them because they can't control you. 14 generations from before the revolution, every patriot grave down to the present day is looking to you and holding you accountable for what's going to happen. Are you man and woman and patriot enough to answer that call? Are you with me? I can't hear you. God bless you. God bless Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, and most important, God bless this Republic of the United States of America.
Boom.
Yeah. General Bannon, man.
General Bannon.
Yeah.
General Honey Badger.
Boy, is he...
And you know, who was just pointing that out? Fancy was talking about bringing up all the lawfare against all the MAGA patriots. You know, they're going after Bannon. You got Navarro. He's already in prison. They're going to sentence Trump soon. You got so many Trump supporters in the gulag in D.C. And they're not stopping. They're not stopping. These people, they play smash mouth.
Oh, yeah.
While the Republicans are over there rubbing ointment on their ass. Oh.
They're complaining on MSNBC and CNN that if Trump gets in there, he's going to go after his enemies. It's going to be a bloodbath if he gets in there. The thing is, they're complaining about the very thing that they are doing to MAGA, to Trump, to anybody that's associated with him. Anybody that is part of the media, the alternative media, anybody they disagree with, they're actually going into people's home. I just saw today actually a doctor, and I think it was on War Room, a doctor, a whistleblower, he turned in this hospital that's butchering little kids, sex changes.
Yeah, they'd even said they'd stopped. They put out a public statement that they stopped. And behind the scenes, they were expanding their program. Well, and then you had the FBI showing up at his house.
Yeah. Yeah, they showed up on his house. Now, why? I thought whistleblowers were supposed to be exalted. They seem to be every time they go against a conservative, but it seems like whistleblowers are being persecuted.
Well, it's funny. They only had like one whistleblower against Trump here and there. And they were like, oh, we got to take care of him. Here we have an army. Well, you got FBI agents coming up. You got IRS agents.
Yeah, you got an army.
Boeing people coming up. Boeing employees. And well, they're just a bunch of liars. You know, but they're communists, and that's what we're fighting here. This ain't no joke.
No,
this is serious business here, and we can win this if we stay focused and. But Gateway Pundit, we're talking about the media, they're getting hammered. Gateway Pundit, Jim Hoft is a hero. Absolutely. He's been one of the leading plaintiffs against the Biden administration on some of this free speech stuff, and that's still going on. They're trying to break them, and that's what they do. They're with that lawfare. You know, it's the process.
Absolutely.
They don't care if they're found guilty. They're going to drain them of their resources.
Right,
and
because it's costing them money to defend themselves.
I went through a small version of that years ago with my ex, who was like crazy. But they just kept she worked for a lawyer, and they kept dragging me into court. And I'm like, this is not necessary. But that's what they did. They drained all my money. And that was right before I became homeless. It was nice of them.
So why did you become homeless again?
I don't know. Bad
Didn't have
decision.
any money.
Bad decision. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, it was not good.
No.
But you know, another thing, I want to call out my Catholic friends. I mean, I love my Catholic friends. Aunt Jean was a Catholic. A lot of my family members have been Catholic. The Archbishop Bishop Vigano has been summoned to the Vatican to be excommunicated.
For what?
For not being dedicated. Let's see, what was it for not being totally dedicated to the Pope?
Yeah, in other words, liberal agenda. Yeah,
they're going to excommunicate him for being a Christian.
Yeah,
I mean, but I want to know, at what point does my Catholic friends start going in there and turning over tables, taking church back? I mean, good grief!
Yeah,
and then I get frustrated. Some of them like, yeah, well, we agree. We're just waiting. What are you waiting on? And then with the Baptist, and I've left so many churches, so I don't understand the notion of staying with a church is foreign to me. But you know, Catholics, you know, that it's a generational thing, and I respect that. But at some time, you got to stand up and fight.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Absolutely.
My goodness.
Well, the only thing that, you know, different. I think that priests are different in their own how they were brought up, how they learned, their connection with God is different. I don't understand the Pope's connection to God when he is definitely a liberal and leans to these socialist, communist ideas, and how he can blend God in with that ideology. I don't understand that.
Well, the thing about that Pope, he's done events with transgenders, and then they came out and they didn't bless gay marriage, they blessed the couple. It was like, what? And see, at my church, we welcome everybody. But you're going to leave your sin at the door. We're going to try to help you. We're going to try to get you past your sin. We're not going to sit and join you in your sin.
Not going to condone.
And it's like all this gay pride crap. People are sick of it.
Right.
Sick of it.
Absolutely. What's going on over in Rumble? I know we got some heated discussions going on over there. I was thinking about pulling it up, I can do that. I realized that I can actually, I can freeze this and just pull up their comments. I thought about this the other day. I said, maybe I can pull up their comments and we can see, some of us can see what's going on over there.
Yeah, Fuzzy pointed out that she doesn't accept the fact that we need female cartoonists. Nothing personal, Branco. But they need to be trans, black, Latinx, and Palestinian.
Absolutely.
With drunk sidekicks.
She's pretty clever.
Actually, the only female cartoonist I know is Tina, Ben Garrison's wife.
Yeah,
she's good.
Yeah,
she is really good.
She hits him between the eyes sometimes, quite a bit actually.
Yeah,
Fuzzy Slippers. I'm going to ask Fuzzy Slippers now. Are you still over there at Illegal Insurrection? Because I used to draw cartoons there, and it's been a while. I still read it. I still read legal insurrection all the time and try to keep up with it. But it's been a while. Are you still over there? Let me know. Let me know. I haven't seen you for a while, so so if you can answer, I'm not sure if you want to answer that, but anyway, these
might
are
be hiding from you. She might be
probably
hiding
is.
from
She
you. Yeah.
thought she got rid of me, and here she is. But look at the nice comments over there from South Carolina girl JP 177. Anyway, let me take that down.
But you know, we're talking about how intrusive that they've been getting our government, the FBI, going after these doctors and stuff. But this stuff has been going on way too long. And I found a clip of Nixon talking about, he was asked point blank, did the CIA get rid of you? Because I don't know if you guys are old enough, Nixon was popular. He was one of the most popular presidents ever at the time.
He was.
And but anyway, so it might be interesting to play this little clip of Tricky Dick talking about the CIA. It's interesting.
We'll see you, Fuzzy Slippers. I'll head over to Legal Insurrection a little later and check out what's going on over there. Thanks for stopping by. So let me take her down and let's see Tricky Dick.
Do you think there was or could have been a CIA conspiracy to remove you from office?
I don't know. I know many people think so. I would say that I've found it difficult to understand why the CIA, which apparently had advanced knowledge of the break-in, didn't inform me. I've found it difficult to understand how it could have been that at least two of those involved had CIA connections, and nevertheless that it was not brought to my attention as far as the break-in occurring. I must say, too, the CIA had motive. It was no secret that I was dissatisfied with the CIA, with its reports, and particularly with their appraisals of Soviet strength and our other problems around the world.
You think they feared you?
No question about it, and they had reason to. I was going to shape up that organization and the Defense Department, the whole government for that matter, but particularly that one. At one occasion I said I thought we could cut a third of the people out of the CIA and do a better job. I didn't want to weaken it, as unfortunately it was castrated in the post-Watergate era. I wanted to strengthen it. I wanted to get rid of some of the dead wood and so forth, and they knew it, so they had a motive. I'm not prepared to say whether there was a conspiracy or not. I would only say that it should make a fascinating study for an investigative reporter. He won't win any prizes by writing anything that would not be anti-Nixon. But on the other hand, it would perhaps be historically interesting.
You know, he was a good dude.
Yeah.
And I believe that he was set up. Do you, Branco?
I definitely think he was. I definitely think he was set up. There's too many. He had connections. The people that broke into the Watergate hotel had deep connections to the CIA. And
well, he said the CIA knew about it before he did.
Yeah, and they
didn't
tell
say
him
anything
about
to
it.
him.
They didn't tell him about it. So
yeah,
that's true.
Oh, and yeah, Jittery pointed out that James O'Keefe busted a Disney executive today.
Mm-hmm.
He put that video out where they have just absolutely said no white dudes, no white men. And even if you're like half black and half white, if you don't look black enough, you're out.
You're out. Yeah.
But they're going to have some serious problems.
Well, I would see a lot of lawsuits, especially in Florida, because if they're in Florida and they're just discriminating against white people, there's a lawsuit there.
Yeah, you know what? They keep hammering white people. And I'm kind of attached to white people, but I love everybody. But the fact is, white people are the smallest minority on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
White people represent like what 10 to 15% of the world's population.
Yeah.
and they got to get rid of us. But you know what? We've represented pretty well.
Yeah.
We brought in electricity and all kinds of medicines.
I mean, a lot of black people and a lot of indigenous people are benefiting today from Western culture, Western civilization that was brought in by mostly white people.
Until the communists poisoned Western civilization. But you see, they were over there throwing paint on a Stonehenge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these stop oil fruitcakes.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah, they have no reverence for anything.
No, yeah.
So anyway, how much time we got? We got a little time. I was going to go over some of my older cartoons. They usually pertain to something that's happening today. Let me go back. Let me check out what I got here. Anyway, let's see what we've got here.
Well, we've been talking about good versus evil.
Right.
And I've got a video of, everybody. I've never been a fan of Justin Timberlake. I can't even name any of his songs, but I know he's like one of the top entertainers. And I'm not talking about his DUI he just got. This dude just put out a satanic music video. And I got a little, it's not a video it's not the video, it's a guy describing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people need to see this, man. I mean, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is and it's in the second position, number 2.
This is the most satanic music video I have ever seen. I don't know what Justin Timberlake is up to, but this is dark. And I hope this is not being filmed inside of a church, because once he enters this building, we find out that this is some secret party, and he is quickly greeted with his alter ego. As he watches over him, we are then greeted with the devil herself, who invites him to come dance. He then starts to raise her up, but then it gets dark very quickly. She scratches his face, which represents the possession, and everyone on the dance floor turns into demons. Him and his alter ego then make eye contact with each other like, "What have you just done?" And then the devil arises. She spreads her wings, looks at him right in the face, and all the other demons worship her. She then drops this black liquid from her mouth onto him, and then this is where things just get wild. Everyone then gets this red liquid on them. They start doing stuff with each other, and honestly, it's just extremely creepy. At the end of the party, his alter ego buries his old self in the trunk. He then gets in the car with the devil. Her eyes are possessed. They turn to him, and then his eyes become possessed.
Wow. Like I've said, he's a Disney kid and goody two shoes type of reputation. So I think a lot of it is he's trying to muddy up or, rough up his image.
I think it's just Satanism just running amok.
Oh, of
and we
course.
got to shut this crap down.
Of course.
Because we allowed the pedophiles, we allowed these groomers and all these people to pretend to be our moral superiors for all these years, and we didn't push back. Well, it's time we got to push back now. We got to push back.
Yep.
I mean, what's funny is that I was sitting in the yard and I was looking out at the birds and all the different God's creatures, and they all have their things to do. They're all busy. The birds getting their worms, the squirrels doing their thing, and then I look and I see this retarded neighbor walking down the street. I'm like, and God put us in charge. It's like you got all these organized creatures doing what they need to do, and you got dumbass Leroy walking down the street who has dominion. It's like, what the heck, man? Anyway.
But here's some older cartoons. I try to throw them out there a little bit.
Okay.
This one I think I've shown before.
But that's so perfect. That's exactly what they do.
Exactly.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
And boy, they're sure melting down. You were pointing out a minute ago how they're like, Trump's going to put us in jail. It's like, you can't elect Trump. He's going to do what we do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this is the upcoming. This is from 2020. Remember Joe in his basement? I don't know what they're going to do now, but
do you think I mean, this is supposed to happen like in 7 days?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, let's see. How many people out there in comment land think that Joe Biden's going to show up for the debate? Well, you know Trump will show up.
Right.
Is Biden going to make the debate? That's
he
the
might
question.
make it, but they're going to have to nail his foot to the floor to make sure he don't wander off. The China thing is still popping up with all the LLCs, and some new stuff has just come up with that I heard about. So that's still in the news. So,
yeah. So, but let's see. Anyway, we were laughing about, and we got to lighten it up a little bit. How the left is just so good at marketing. You see what they've done with like the WNBA and Bud Light and Disney. Well, one of my favorite things that they've done is like, I'll give you a donut if you get a vaccine. What? Like, what do you think? I'm stupid? I want 2 donuts, some bitch.
Yeah, that's usually worth a dozen.
I can't believe you're not vaccinated.
Minnesota Democrats aim to defund the police, and this is from 2020, but they were really going on that surge, so I came up with this idea here.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Sure.
That worked out well.
Oh, yeah. Crime is on a rise. Everything the Democrats touch, everything the left touches, just disaster. Do you think they're going to try and bring back something before the election, like another bird flu or COVID hysteria again?
They got everything on the table. They're doing a wag the dog. You got the wars going on. You got lawfare. And then you're going to have the big steal. They're trying. They got they're a 3-pronged attack.
Right.
And we got to be ready because these people, what they're doing out in public, these are the actions of people that have no intentions of relinquishing power.
Nope.
And they will do anything you can think of to keep it, and things you can't think of. So we got to be ready.
The things you don't want to think of, they're willing to do. That's how much power. And they'll gaslight you and accuse you of doing it too, or somehow.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about Trump's safety. I'm worried about Bannon's safety. I'm worried about Navarro's safety, all of them, because there's no end to what these people will do to keep their power. And whoever's a threat, if they can't do it through lawfare, who knows what they're willing to do. So,
well, you just look back at history. These people. Oh, I like that one.
You ain't black.
You ain't
Another
black.
Biden cartoon drawing itself.
That's a good one. What was that? 2020.
2020. Yeah.
Oh, I like you have your own brand of pencil there, the AF Branco #2.
Number 2. Yeah.
So, but if the media is not making fun of you, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Right.
Really. So, let's see what else.
This is my version. I know since I've done this cartoon a lot. I've seen a lot more cartoons from different cartoonists, kind of alluding to the same thing about the electric cars being fed by coal-fired plants, which is
yeah.
And then
you've seen those memes that shows an electric vehicle being towed by a diesel truck.
Yeah, and then I just saw a picture the other day somebody took of a electric station, charging station, being powered by a diesel generator.
Didn't they spent like $7 billion or $10 billion, and they ended up with 7 charging stations, if that?
Yeah.
and they don't work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the liberal way. And because they mean well, they get away with it with a lot of these. Nobody wants to use common sense.
Well, we got people talking about who's going to replace Biden. Because, I mean, watching Biden, it's clear this guy is not going to make the finish line. So, and we're not talking about the debate, we're talking about the election. So you got people who say Michelle or Michael, whichever of you. You got Newsom.
Yeah.
Hillary. Oh, God.
How about Jimmy Carter? Is he available?
You know what? He's probably in better shape than Biden is, and he's got one foot in the grave. Is he still alive? Did he die?
No, he's. I've heard he's in hospice right now.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
Gave away the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
He was worthless, man.
Well, he was worthless. He was a nice guy, but he just didn't put it together. And liberals, leftists, they just destroy everything they touch. They don't know how to put it together. They try to be. Carter seemed to go by this philosophy. If we are nice to them, they'll be nice to us. That's not the way the world works. And
yeah, he gave away the Panama Canal. Now China runs it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice job,
Absolutely.
Democrats.
This is the final one of the old ones, but mostly peaceful protests, mostly floating ship, mostly flying airplane, and mostly unbiased news reporting.
Mostly unbiased.
Yeah. I've shown this one here before, but anyway, that's about the gist of the older cartoons. How are we doing on time? You got a video to show us, huh?
Oh, there's one. It's real short. It's funny. It's a Asian guy making fun of Americans.
Oh yeah.
Amy sent this to me. It's funny.
Yeah, let's play it.
Look, I'm American. I think I'll use my credit card. Do you guys have anything non-dairy? Anything gluten-free?
Oh man, I love that.
Perfect.
Yeah, we've got a couple more videos here. We've got, I think.
Yeah.
You know what? We were talking about CNN. It's kind of good to have them back, because they're just they're comedy gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that I was glad to see come back is Jim Acosta. Jim Acosta. He's like, the greatest of the dumb journalists out there. So anyway, he was saying Trump was praising Hannibal Lecter.
He doesn't even know when he's being trolled.
Trump jokes, but anyway, that's number two. It's funny. I mean, he's like so ridiculous. And he's so serious.
I will note from our Melanie Zanona, who was in the room and sending some of these tidbits out, apparently the former president made reference to Hannibal Lecter and said, nice guy, quote, he even had a friend over for dinner. So we've seen Trump out on the campaign trail praising Hannibal Lecter. Apparently he did it again this morning. Not sure we fully understand the context of that, but thanks to both of you. Appreciate it. Coming up.
And he looks so serious. Like he's
that's all. Let's see what else we got. There was a show called New Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never watched it. I have no intentions of ever watching it. But they were pushing this Marxist liberal agenda so hard. So basically, this scene here, it's a little boy who has a tumor. And you'll never guess what caused the tumor. Try to jot down what you think caused this little boy's tumor, and we'll go ahead and play the video and see if you were right.
Yeah, put it down, folks. Write it in the comments. Who you think?
What causes the little boy's tumor?
What caused the tumor? All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Jot it down. Jot it down, folks. Here we're going to play it.
Make yourself comfortable. There's a couch over there.
Hey, is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. I had Cephas answer some questions from a Harvard test known as unrest. It is designed to measure someone's level of social resistance.
Social resistance.
When people like us oppose the values and policies of the dominant culture.
That's right.
And what does that have to do
Your
with
son, he feels threatened on a daily basis. Like everything he's earned can just be taken away. He's disenfranchised. But because his life is seemingly free from all this, because he can't name it, he's internalizing it.
Name what?
Racism. I think your son's tumor was caused by racism.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, that was it. Racism.
Racism.
Who had racism? No. No.
Tumor caused by racism. These guys
We
are
had gas. Somebody said food. Somebody said the COVID vaccine. More people said the vaccine, the clot shot. Yeah.
Nobody got it right? Nobody.
I can't believe you guys didn't guess racism.
Yeah.
Racism causes tumors now.
You got a commercial here for us.
Yeah. I figure might as well try to sell something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just goof around. We don't even prepare for this show. We just come on and start talking.
Yeah. No teleprompters, no notes. I don't even have notes. I think I wrote down the name of the videos and I forgot those already.
Yeah.
You got the Pfizer guy. You got Alex Jones.
Oh, we got that Alex Jones. Let's do this quick ad.
We got it. Yeah, here we go.
You know, everybody knows Mike Lindell's one of the greatest patriots in American history. Dude sacrificed everything for our country. Everybody knows his MyPillow products are second to none, top quality. And everybody knows that's ever dealt with him that MyPillow's customer service is exactly what you'd expect from a strong Christian company. That's why you see so many great patriots with promo codes for MyPillow products. And they're all great patriots. So I'm here to tell you why my promo code's best. It's the only one that pays me. A hot dog's not a sandwich and I need money. Anyway.
Promo code Joe Dan. You know, we were talking earlier about the show is so unscripted and spontaneous. And it's funny, it's kind of like you're working on your videos and I'm drawing my cartoons for the week, trying to get, doing my drafts and working at my art table. And then all of a sudden I look, it's almost 6 o'clock. Oh crap. And we turn it on and go. Yeah.
You turn it on and go. Now this clip starts with Alex Jones. And he's just one of the many. We're talking about the Gateway Pundit. They're going after the Epic Times or Epoch Times, however you want to pronounce it. Of course, Bannon. Any strong voices that are pro-MAGA, they're trying to take them out.
Yep.
And anyway, this is a pretty good one. This is about having each other's back.
Absolutely. Here we go.
You take our kindness as weakness, then you find out every time. We're smarter than you, we're harder working than you, we're better than you, and we're going to outlast you. You think all these attacks on me do anything but piss me off and make me stronger? You think coming at my family makes me want to shit my pants and run off and hide under the table? That's because that's how you are. You're not messing with somebody that backs down when they're attacked. You're messing with somebody that has victory in their hands for generation after generation after generation after generation after generation after generation after generation, generation. You are messing with the generation. You are messing with the signal and the energy of victory. You are messing with people that are God-fearing and love justice and freedom and who are strong. And that's why you don't like me, because I'm not a piece of garbage like you. I'm not the globalists in general. It's about defiling us. It's about breaking us. It's about blasphemy. Oh, we don't want to shut you down. We just want you off the air and to have your social media so you can't speak anywhere. See how that works?
If you had spent the last 20 years attacking the country, America, its founding documents, Thomas Jefferson, you know, you'd be lauded. But you did the one thing you're not allowed to do, which is you attack the people in charge. And that's why they're trying to take you off the air.
And I'm so glad that in the Alex Joneses and the Tucker Carlsons, ourselves, and so many others now understand that this is a war to the knife.
I think they're trying to get rid of people like you who tells the truth and gives people the right information. And my prayers are with you and your family and everyone there at InfoWars. You guys keep fighting. We don't want to see you taken down.
They're trying to bully a huge giant. They've got a tiger by the tail, and as long as we never give up, we are invincible.
This is a message to the mainstream media, to the regime, to those in power, the ruling class, whatever you want to call it. You come for one of us, and we're not going to leave him out to dry. We're going to have each other's back. This movement is about having each other's back. We're not going to play your games anymore. We're not going to sit around and go, oh gosh, oh not me, not me. No. This is about us rejecting you. So when you come for one of us, you come for all of us. No man left behind. We are the ones who stand up and say no.
There you go. No man left behind.
No, that's a very good video. I mean, it's all that comes right down to what it's all about. What the mainstream media and the left is trying to do. They're using lawfare, censorship in any way, shape, or form that they can to silence their opposition.
Well, you know, and everybody in here is MAGA, and we understand what's at stake. Mm-hmm. And we understand what we need to do. Right. And we understand them more than they understand us. And there's so many more of us. So anyway.
You have a one video I saw here, the pastor that was talking to Tucker.
Oh, yeah. Let me bring him up
that before we close out?
Yeah, we'll just keep riding.
Yeah.
We'll keep riding it here. Hold on. This is, I gotta get this guy's name. Hang on, let me get his name before you start the video, because he's a brilliant black guy. Black guy.
Very, very astute. Yeah.
Hang on, let me
I've
grab
seen
his
him
name.
on a lot of different shows, and he always brings it home.
Well, he did a really long interview with Tucker.
Yeah.
And hang on.
But and while you're looking up his name, I just want to thank everybody.
It's Vince Ellison. Vince E. Ellison. I think he's a pastor, but it don't matter. The dude's smart. He's a God-fearing patriot.
Well, if he isn't a pastor, he should be. So
he should be.
We would call him Reverend.
If he's not, he's better than most of them out there.
Absolutely. Here we go.
So that's the number 3.
Hey, Daddy, show me where I was born. The place where I was born. I was in Tennessee. He said, I'll take you right to it. So he and I got in the car and we drove. He said, turn here. He knew exactly what it was. And he said, turn up in here. And I turned up in there and it was a field. And he got out. And my mother passed away 12 years ago. And he started pointing at places. And he said, the house was there. He said, we would sit on the porch there and we watch y'all play, me and your mother. He stopped and said, happiest days of my life. And I said, wow. They were poor. They were young. They didn't have running water. He says, happiest days of my life. He gives you peace no matter where you are in your life.
Ah, you're making me emotional.
That's it. Rich, poor, whatever. Peace. That's what we're after, Tucker. Everything's going to be okay. We turn to God. Why? Because we believe he's going to make everything okay. Government says, turn to us. That's a lie. Leave them alone. Turn to God. And you find people, you and I have seen them, while they're rising in life, when they become millionaires, what do they say? Boy, the happiest time of my life was when me and my wife were living in a one-bedroom apartment and y'all were children. And then when they get rich, they're taking pills and they hate one another. And they'll turn back and they'll tell you, God, man, those happiest times of my life when I was young, when we were starting out. And our Bible tells us if you keep your mind on him, he'll keep you in perfect peace. When he left to go to heaven, he said, my peace I leave with you. Why do we have a fentanyl crisis in America? No peace. These children don't even know where to turn for it. Because they're telling them you're not a man, you're not a woman, you have pride, you don't turn to God, God's not real. And I was wired up in my religion. You know, we believed in Santa Claus when we was 5 and 6 years old, right? So you're supposed to wire children up to believe in God at that time. When you get in trouble, son, where do you go? No anxiety, you're just going to be fine. I've seen the end of the book. You're going to win. You're going to win. And he walks through life, yes.
That's a strong message.
Amen.
And I want to encourage people to go over and watch that entire interview. It's on X, and it's over on Tucker's page. It's long. I mean, I think they talk for over 2 hours.
Wow.
So I mean, I just watched part of it, but he dropped some bombs. I've always heard stuff about Dr. Martin Luther King, and I've always respected him and all this. But he dropped some bombs on the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. And like, for example, and I confirm this because he said the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King never spoke about Jesus Christ in the 11 years prior to him being assassinated. This Reverend never spoke about Jesus Christ. He says he didn't believe in Christ. And then he went on and he seemed to validate a lot of those claims where that MLK was a communist.
He was a
And
communist.
he had all these women and all this, but I never heard it from such an authoritative voice like
Well,
this.
he had
man.
ties to communism. I don't know if he was actually a communist. I know he was a Republican, but
okay.
Probably not in today's sense of the Republican, but his party was Republican.
Yeah,
Anyway.
something happened there. I couldn't hear anything that you were talking about.
Oh, really?
But-
All I said was that he had ties to communism, and he was also a Republican.
Yeah,
but
that's
I don't
true.
know in today's sense whether or not he was a Republican, but that was his party affiliation.
Well, you know, but I did a search looking for speeches that
Right.
with the keyword Jesus Christ or just Jesus. Nothing.
Ooh.
So, you know, a reverend that doesn't talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So with
I
everything,
wonder how many times Reverend Wright spoke of Jesus Christ.
Oh, you know about Obama? Oh, that guy, the crazy Reverend Wright up in Chicago.
Black
Oh, the
liberation
chickens
theology.
come home to roost.
Yeah. Talk about anti-American, and
he
Obama
hated
spent 20 years in there. So
yeah.
So we got an ending song, and I want to thank everybody over in Rumble. I want to thank everybody that commented with us here. That we showed a few of the comments. Sorry I didn't get to all of them. I try to find
Well, let's
them
take
later.
a minute. Let's take a minute.
I remember when Carter was president, mortgage rates were 18%. That's like buying a house and putting it on a credit card. Yeah, that's none of your business. Boy, yeah.
Yeah, we were. You know what? During those days, they had the gas shortage. You had to buy. You know, it was even and odd. If your gas plate, you know, ended in an even number, you'd go on Wednesday every other day. And we were in Arizona. Me and my sister, my little brother, we were young. I mean, this was like 1977, 1978. And I remember my dad was trying to figure out the best time for us to drive back. You know, because we had to drive from Arizona back. We drove.
Yeah.
You know about vacation with Chevy Chase. We had vacation with Joe Pat.
Did Grandma ride on top?
No, but we got chased. We were driving out west, and like we were in a big Cadillac.
Yeah.
We were uptown hillbillies. We're in a big white Cadillac, Dad's driving, and a bunch of black guys in like 3 different vehicles started chasing us and tried to force us off the road. And my dad did some Richard Petty stuff, man. Vroom, they got that big cat. There's a big Fleetwood.
Yeah, the
You
Cadillac
get that
engines.
V8 going.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You got a good song for us, huh?
I got a good song on the end because the thing we're missing now is logic. There's no logic. So I thought we would go with the logical song.
Logical song. All right. I'll put up our banners in a bit here. Where are the banners? Okay, banners.
The key is when I introduce the song, we start playing it.
I know, but I keep forgetting to put up our True Social account, and you're at Jodan Media and at Truth and Twitter, right?
Twitter, X, yes.
Okay.
So come over and see us, and you probably won't be able to find me because I'm so a shadow band. But come on over.
Oh, and follow Jodan. Make him feel at home. Get his count up there.
Make me feel loved, man. I've been stuck under 17,000 followers on Twitter for 7 years.
Yeah, and my
videos get average over 240,000 each video.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's just I'm sure it's nothing.
All right.
Yeah, it's Supertramp. Yes, it's Supertramp.
Supertramp. All right. See
if somebody will click the button.
That's asking a lot. Whoops.
Okay, this is for you.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. The miracle, how it was beautiful, magical. And all the birds in the trees, well, they'd be singing so happily, oh, joyfully, oh, playfully, watching me. But then they sent me